Hi guys, welcome back to The Good, the Bad with Kat. I am Kat and I hope you're having a great day, and today is a exciting day. A palette I ordered forever ago is finally here. But before we start, I'm going to plump my lips with What the Fake Extreme Essence Lip Plumping Filler Oil that's made with black pepper. I'm just going to stick a little bit on, pump up my lips a little bit, and just to not have boring lips while we play makeup. Okay, you guys ready? I'm not sure you're ready. I'm not sure I'm ready. Okay, so this came in. This is my box from Lethal Cosmetics. It was sealed like the Diggins. And look, it's the Dexter Morgan palette. I am so excited. So light cannot exist without darkness. Each has its purpose. Dexter Morgan, thank you for your order. So Lethal Cosmetics is a brand that I'm 90% sure is based in Germany, because when I got my email saying it was coming, it was, let's see. All right, so I was correct. They're from Berlin. Lethal Cosmetics is based in Berlin, Germany. I love this. They're born with a rebellious spirit, fiercely colorful, innovative makeup that empowers self-expression and self-discovery. It's vegan, cruelty-free, and it's not tested on animals. And they have some gorgeous makeup palettes. Now, I love the show Dexter. I probably shouldn't because it's a little scary, and I don't do well with scary. But it's such a fun killer show. So Dexter is a show about a character named Dexter Morgan, who is a blood spatter specialist, but he's also a serial killer. And so you kind of follow him along on the series. And in doing that, you get to see him kill people, but he only kills bad guys, which is kind of nice. He doesn't just kill innocent people, he kills murderers, basically. And he knows they're guilty because he usually comes upon their crime scenes. So in the series, he collects, for every person he kills, his memento, which if you follow anything killer related, serial killers have mementos. His is a slide, because he's a blood splatter specialist, with their blood. And he hides it in his air conditioner unit. And so this looks like his blood splatter slide. Look at that. See, it opens like this, which is to me, not known in the makeup world. And then look at this eyeshadow palette. OMG. So there is, it's a blood splatter stamped into each one. So there's this burgundy, kind of a cherry red, kind of probably an orangey red, a little bit more of a crown red, and then kind of a shimmery gold red. And then look at this white glitter with red in it. OMG. And then there's a silver, and then we start going into like I would call that like a brownish, like mauve but brown, and then a black, and then let's look at this color. Ooh, they're very nice glitters. Oh, that's this color, and then of course this black at the end. I will swatch it in a minute. So this is Nurse Mary, which is his first kill. Harry, who is his father. The Tooth Fairy, I don't know why. Oh, doesn't he kill someone that steals teeth? I think. And then Dokes is a cop. Rita is his girlfriend. Trinity, why do I know Trinity? Trinity is somebody. ITK, BTK, ITK. It's one of the killers he takes out. Lila, Miguel, Deborah, and Doomsday. Deborah is his sister. I don't remember Lila and Miguel. It's been a while. Miguel, I think, is another killer. They're all killers. That's what it is. They're all killers. I forgot. So each one is based off one of the killers he kills or partners with. Because in the show, Dexter is trying to build a community. Like, he knows he's weird, but he's trying to build a community and trying to be normal, but he's not. And he knows he can't be, but he's still desperately trying. So anyway, I thought what we could do is create two looks. So, and my allergies are so bad right now. I hope I'm not getting sick. I'm going to take a sip. So I think that I kind of want to do something with the burgundies and reds on this eye, and then maybe we'll do something with the blacks and burgundies. Oh, I forgot I didn't clean up my nails. Sorry, my nails are pretty awful. All right, so let's go into Harry. Oh, I'm so excited. I have been dying for this palette. Now, real quick, let me give you some facts about this palette. $54. Now I wanted the bundle. I didn't have enough money for it. It comes, the other thing I wanted is he's known for his toolkit. And you can see it comes with the brushes kit, and I just thought that is what I really wanted. I just didn't have the finances for it. And the lipsticks, the lip oils looked really cool. I didn't care so much about that. The two I would want is, the only two things I really wanted was the brush set and the eyeshadow. But I got the eyeshadow, the eye kit, the eyeshadow palette first. And then at some point, when finances are a little bit more open, then I will move into that. I'm going to use this new palette by Styla. I think I remember it having a nice, yeah, it does have a nice mirror in here. So we're going to go in. I guess we're doing red on this side with Harry. Oh, and one thing he says on all episodes is tonight's the night. When he's going to kill someone, he says tonight's the night. So he kind of, you watch Dexter through the perspective of him. He tells the story. And it's a hard show. Like, if you at all hate cussing, this is not the show. If you hate murder, this is not the show. It is a very, very violent. Sorry, my phone totally broke. So I'm going back into Harry. I'm just going to keep stamping that just down. I'm not going to smear yet. I just want to stamp. I'm so excited. I don't even know what I want to do. But I want this to be like the... Now I'm going to go in and kind of buff that. So... Now I will say this is not a palette for the subtle heart. So this is not a palette you're going to buy because you want to have a I just want to cover my whole eye in that. I just love that color. I did that the last time I bought a red palette. So we're not going to do that here. We're going to have some decorum. So I think what I want to do now is go into Dokes, which is the cherry red, the more appley red, and start stamping that right here. So like there's levels of red. Oh my God. I am going to be wearing red eyes for a while. They just blended so perfectly. So beautiful. Okay, let's go into Tooth Fairy. And start stamping that very lightly. Okay. Oh, that's a fun color. Now, the only reason why I don't love that color is that's very orange. Although there is pink and red in it, so that's good. God, I'm so sorry, guys. You're going to hear me sniffle this whole time. Now we're going to go into Rita. Oh, it's an even lighter goldy color. The only one that's not a killer is Rita that I know of. Miguel is a cop too. He's it's his buddy. It's his best friend. Doomsday, Deborah, Miguel, Lila. I don't remember. I think Lila's a killer though. Okay, look how pretty that is. Guys, I can't even. So here's the question. Okay. I'm so happy. All right, I'm going to go into Nurse Mary. So Nurse Mary is the first woman he kills, and he's real young. And if you watch the Dexter Origins, you'll see him talk. You actually get to see that. I feel like you get to see that murder. There's flashbacks to it, but I'm not sure. By the time Dexter comes on, he's a killer. He's a killer, you know, and he's been a killer for a while. Dexter Origins is more of you getting to see him become the killer. All right, so what I want to do, because I feel like that might be a little too light, I'm going to go into Dokes, which is the cherry red. And take that all the way in. There is some kickback in the pan, which with these colors can be dangerous. See how there's fallout? But they're so beautiful. I don't kind of care. So, you know, so there is kickback in the sense that, look. So, but I've never been one to like let that really bother me. So I'm not going to let it bother me. We're going to go into Lila now. Hey there, la 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 la. Hopefully that's not loud enough to be a... get me in trouble with the, wasn't long enough to get me in trouble with the copyright. So we're not going to sing it anymore, even though everything in me now wants to sing it. Okay. Oh, I like this color. This is very much like a bluish, like a mauve gray. Like, because you know how mauve's got purples? It's got pinks, it's brown. It's very much like that. And I even see the red in it. So there is a bit of red, or the red kicked over. So, which I don't think it did. So we're going to put that all the way across. Oh, I like that color. I'm going to stamp a little bit more up here because I think it did blend out just a little bit more than I was expecting it to. I have so much fallout. But that could also be a brush problem. You know what I mean? I'm going to go in with the same brush into Miguel. And I'm going to begin to stamp that down here to make myself have a darker outside. Okay, so interesting. See how that's not a true black? It's interesting. There's definitely reds in that color, but they're not red. So, okay, going back into Lila. Look at this. I've just been cleaning my brush. Look at how much product, which tells you this stuff has got great pigment. I am in love. La 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 la. I'm in love. Okay, so kind of did the shape I want. I'm not loving it right there though. Come on. Can't tell if that's the shadow. See how it's right there? This wind is, I'm just so sick of the wind. I'm going to go in with, is it ITK? I can't tell. Yeah, ITK. Okay, that is a beautiful color. That had a lot more on it. I wasn't planning on putting that much on my eye. It was supposed to be more subtle, but that's okay because I wanted to go into this Deborah. So Deborah is honestly my least favorite character in the whole show. So Deborah is, so Dexter is adopted. And you learn about that in the origins and you get to kind of see that unfold, but you know it on the other one. And Deborah is his sister. Now, I will say after watching Origins, you have a lot more mercy for her because she is so freaking annoying. You know what I mean? She is literally my least favorite character in the whole show. I find her, she's just abrasive and, ugh. But I watching the show and then watching it all unfold, you have a lot more grace for watching the origins because they, you know, everything was about Dexter because the dad was trying to keep him from being a serial killer. And if he was going to kill, not to get caught. And so I can see why Deborah just wanted to be seen. But she's so annoying. Okay, so what I did was I went in with Miguel into the water line. Now, the last thing I want to do is I want to go into this Trinity, which is this awesome silver and white. And I want to pat that, the silver blood. I have to remind myself of each killings. I think the ITK guy is the guy that's, he's in, the ITK killer is, if I'm pretty right, is the one that takes Dexter under his wing and he kills the women in the bathtub. I think that's him. And Trinity, I can't remember. I can't believe they don't, maybe? Okay, anyway, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but anyway, so I was trying to just build this up a little bit into my waterline. I'm wondering if I can even put it over here a little bit, but I think it's too silver for this side. Or is it? Oh, or is it? Oh my gosh, I'm so stinking happy. I didn't put blush on because I didn't know what I would want my cheeks to look like. But I have a thought. Well, first and foremost, we have to clean up. And you can see up close, there's a lot of red fallout. And unfortunately, I had stuck powder on to help, but I actually think that the red is so much that I'm gonna have to probably do with this. Where you kind of go in a little bit, but lightly with the makeup wipe. Just like that, just a little bit. So then where I love this is I'm going to go in with my foundation, which I am using my Merle Norman. I'm still not sure. I'm just loving it. And then I'm like, I shouldn't love it, but I love it, but I shouldn't love it, and I love it. So I'm still struggling to decide what I really think of this. So I'm just going to go real lightly. I'm going to try to stay as low with the foundation, and I'm trying not to smear, but I'm trying to tap in so that just in case there's any more red underneath my eye, I'm not bringing too much down. I'm gonna go over here and do the same thing. What we don't want to do is if there's blue or gray or black down here, we don't want to make it more. Now I did get this new palette from Stila, and it does have some color correcting and brightening. So I kind of wonder if I put a little bit of these colors right here. I got this at TJ Maxx on sale for $5.99. So I don't know if it's, am I curious, is it worth anything because it was at TJ Maxx? So, you know what I mean? But I am liking that. I'm gonna go right there with a little bit of the purple right there under the eye. Interessante. Now, part of my upset right now is just the fact that I don't feel well enough for any of this. So all of a sudden I'm starting to go downhill a lot quicker. I did buy this W7 cheek dip that I had used sampled it. And I got it from Five Below, and I think it was $3 or $4. Yeah, I was thinking it might be a little bit peachier. I wanted to try it. I love the doohickey of it. I am curious when they have such short things, like how do you have to store it up like this to make sure that the color falls? So we'll learn together. I don't know. All right, let's stick some mascara on, and then we're gonna go ask Ryan which one his favorite is. So I'm gonna go in with my fully amped LA colors. But holy cow, up close. I cannot wait to, when I bring you up close, do you just see how pretty that is? You know what I'm thinking would be fun, and I already started my mascara, so I don't think I can do it, is taking some of that darker color and tapping it down right above the waterline. See how it's a little bit light? That bothers me. So, you know what you could do. Let me show you what you can do. It's such a silly, but my gosh, if I'm going to spend all this time putting these eyes together, well, not that much time, but you know what I mean. If I'm going to spend all this time doing this, I want it done. You got to do your bright eye right. I'm going in with my New Moon Vampire Royalty in the lipstick. I actually use this quite a bit. I think it's such a pretty color. And I don't have it up here, but if I had it up here, would be the lip gloss that goes with it. Okay, let me pull my hair down. I'm gonna go clean up a little bit right there. Okay, now what we want to do is set it and forget, like a rotisserie chicken. And I'm gonna go in with my Milani. We're gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna go see which one Ryan likes. Okay, so I just talked to Ryan. He wants to see me he liked this eye better. He said they're both beautiful, yay. And he'd like to see me do an eye look with Dokes and Trinity. So I will probably sit back down later today after I take a nap from this cold or allergy, whatever it is. I want to go downstairs and rest for a little bit, and maybe we'll film something else. So if I do that, I'll insert the video here. If not, it'll be a short down the line. Okay, we're gonna swatch this real quick, but let me tell you something I realized. You gotta put some foundation down. And here's why. My skin color is not the same color as my face, but it also gives it something to stick to. And I'm sure every other beauty guru out there is probably like, duh. But for me, that was revelation. I did not know that was a thing. Okay, so let's start with Doomsday. That's the darkest color. Look at how pretty that is. I'll swipe it twice so you can see it, because no one's ever going in there with one swipe. I'm sure it's going to show off all the wrinkles in my skin. Let's be nice. All right, here's Dokes. I think this might be my favorite color in the palette. I know I'm going to end up using that a lot. Miguel. These are matte. Although this does have a tiny bit of sparkle. This is Lila. This is also a matte. So this palette has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's an 11 pan palette. I probably should have read that. Okay, there's this, look at that. ITK color. This is the Trinity. This is Rita, his wife. That's probably my least favorite one. This is Dokes. Oh, Deborah's my favorite. Oh, it's hilarious that, of course, I'd love Deborah, even though she's my least favorite character on the show. She's my husband's least favorite character on the show. And I will say, she is even more annoying on the Origins. Although I love the little actress. That is the Tooth Fairy. This is Harry the father. And this is Nurse Mary. So this is such a stunning, beautiful palette. I am in love. I cannot wait to use this again. So we will definitely have more videos with this, because I feel like we got to mix these colors now and do a black and burgundy look. But we'll be using this. I'm so excited. Again, $54 before shipping through Lethal Cosmetics. I got a coupon. You know, there's always coupons on there. They have a bunch of other palettes. I think it's probably one of the best palettes I've ever bought. So anyway, guys, I hope you know that you are seen and you are loved. And I hope you have a blessed one, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.